All right, welcome back on episode 11 of Are You Not Entertained podcast. And we're going to just get straight into today's agenda. Breaking the ice, RAM prices skyrocketing. That just happened. Val confirms no subsidization for the new hardware. Did you catch that? MTV is shutting down?
Benito.
Japan says no to Western influence. I don't blame them. And Star nears $1 billion in funding. I would never understand. But let's get into this topic of RAM.
Get into it.
RAM prices are going up, man. Listen. It's a hard knock life for you if you're in need of RAM right now, because it's just the prices is just, you look 1 week is one price and 2 weeks later it's triple the price. Like it's no warning. There is no like, hey, this is going to happen. It just happens overnight while you sleeping and you wake up like, well, damn, fuck me. But what is causing the RAM prices to skyrocket? Well, let's get into that. They say manufacturing shortages. That's always an issue. Global supply chain issues again. High demand from AI servers and data centers. Now, I do know that's a fact. Manufacturing internationally is raising prices. Plus, that whole little tariff thing that the United States president got going on still to this day. And, prices just getting out of hand. And the shit rolls downhill. So who's that coming to? Us gamers. PC building costs has been the most expensive it's ever been. GPU increases lead to higher end RAM requirements. Budget gaming is basically dead. Price to performance gap widening for new PC gamers. Listen, it's really not a industry that is not getting affected by the RAM increase. And as gaming and graphics and all that gets better, those game companies that's using that Unreal Engine 5, they want larger and denser textures on your characters in your open world and all that. The quote unquote ray tracing that they love to use. Listen, it's just what you expect. I mean, that's what the business is saying. Like, listen, you asking for more, therefore it's going to cost you more. The more you ask, the more money we ask. It's only right, quote unquote. This is what the business people are saying that's conducting that are manufacturing this RAM chips for y'all. Infamous, what do you have to say in response to that quote unquote comment from that manufacturer saying you're asking for more, so we want more money?
I'm gonna start this off with some controversy, just a little bit, just to stir the pot. PC Master Race, you ain't looking so hot now, are you? This to me is, now yes, the shortages and high demand, I buy it, but I don't buy it. But I do know there were numerous reports coming out that OpenAI is buying up GDDR RAM 900,000 by the truckload.
God damn. Yeah, so they can't keep up.
Yeah, as we have talked about before, the race is on, ladies and gentlemen. The race is on for these companies to not only make, but to hit the finish line, make and complete a fully functional AI. You have Microsoft laying out thousands to save billions just to pour into the initiative. You have Apple. Apple is paying Google to get their shit together. So it is a huge bid race, but my thing is, I don't see how you, the company that makes this, and people are buying up your product, oh, well, I'm just going to up the price on it just so I can make more money, but you're not losing money. Everything you make is selling. So I think this is bullshit, that this is once again being offloaded on the consumer to have to deal with this. And you are not lying. PC, everyone talks, oh, just build a PC, PC Master Race. Hey, they ain't looking hot right now to go make or build a PC. Even it's to the point that people are recommending Walmart to build gaming PCs because it'll save you money.
Yeah,
because you check current prices right now, 64 gigabytes of GDDR RAM costs as much as the PS5 system itself.
Jeez.
That's absurd. That's crazy.
God bless y'all.
You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. And then this just hit recently, right before the show. SD cards are supposedly going up in price as well. They're
Oh,
using
yeah.
that, not just the regular ones, but the so-called SD Express, which solely is used for the Nintendo Switch 2. Prices
Mm.
of that is going up. I think the prices of that is affected so badly that none of them were put on sale for Black Friday. FYI, at
Damn.
the time of this recording, it is Black Friday, so you can go and check the prices just to see whether or not Infamous knows what he's talking about. But trust me, believe me, I know what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Greed is running rampant through the entertainment sector because now you have reports. Xbox salesmen were told by Microsoft, "Hey, another price hike is going to come from these systems."
Mm.
Because there were reports were saying that PlayStation bought up a good quantity of this RAM months ago when the prices were still low, so they're safe for the next 4 to 6-ish months. No one really
Yeah,
has a
that but
ballpark figure, but
that ain't
in a
nothing,
sense,
though.
Sony prepared, Xbox didn't. So now
Allegedly.
Xbox is telling its people, we're gonna raise the prices again. Which I don't know how in the hell you do that when you are already an expensive ass car note. Or so you're already someone's rent payment for
Yeah.
your console. No one's gonna buy that. You raise the prices again. But I
Listen.
find it highly disgusting, apprehensive that these billion-dollar companies choose to just say, "Hey man, fuck the consumer, they'll buy it." And to everyone who hears this, fans, all in between, stop buying. Consumers, stop consuming. These companies forget that it is our money that determines their success. If you stop paying and put your money where your mouth is, they will suffer. And I say, let them suffer. One less yacht to buy, one less trip to Dubai, let them suffer. Play what you already have. I know every gamer has a backlog. I bet dollars to donuts. Every gamer has a back. They want to keep raising these prices. They want to keep just saying, "Oh, let the consumer have it." No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because
Whoa,
64
whoa, whoa,
gigabytes,
buddy.
$500 for 64 gigabytes. The last time I
God.
checked, memory is always the cheapest component, whether it be PC or console. And you're telling me 500 for 64 gigabytes?
I
That's
do
crazy.
wanna I
Oh,
wanna
go ahead.
ask you something real quick before you circle the go down the rabbit hole. Now that you see how the price of RAM has went up, does this make the price of consoles when you compare it to what it's gonna cost to make a high-end PC? Does this make the console prices a little bit more attractive, or you still like fuck that?
It does, can, and will make the console prices seem a bit more attractive. It is why currently, this is why Sony has PS5 for Black Friday. They say, "Hey, we're good. We can choose to sell at a discount, get more market cap, more share, and then once
Mhm.
you're in their ecosystem, just like Apple, hey, the money will come pouring in." But that is a good point with these high prices. It's gonna put people in a more conscientious predicament, and this will have long-standing ramifications because when prices go up, they seldomly ever go back down to their normal
Oh,
price.
yeah, that's why I don't know
Why,
why
why,
I be
why would they want
reading
to
people
make record
saying
profits and then
yeah,
go back
saying
to
they gonna
old profit?
come down. No, they're not. Once you comfortable, you
No, no,
comfortable. Ain't no
no.
going back.
There is no going back.
Ugh.
So
Mm-mm.
I'm curious how this will have ramifications on another topic. We'll talk about the Steam machine. But
Mm.
as far as consoles go, yeah. So now, and this is something I thought about, and I'll even ask you. This sets the stage for these platform holders. Well, we won't say Nintendo because they already have their next gen console out. But for Xbox and PlayStation, this sets the stage for that 2026. Highly unlikely for those new consoles to come out. Even
It's
27,
gonna be hard, yeah.
they would truly need to swallow the pill. You either extend the generation, just how as the 360 and PS3 was extended due to the 2008 crash, everything that went on with that, or you risk putting out a product that is so expensive, absurdly expensive, beyond what normal crisis, I'm sorry, not crisis, consoles are. You're gonna push out the casual market.
Yeah, but we talked about how gaming is not it's an expensive hobby now. So
It's leaving hobby status and becoming a luxury now
yeah, but okay, so this is my second part to my original question. I know you said that yeah, this make consoles more attractive, but how about
to a
the fact
degree.
that yeah, to a degree, the rising prices of high end PCs? Because I guess I mean, but even your budget PCs are kind of still expensive. Your consoles are expensive. How attractive does this make having something like Game Pass now? Where if you had Game Pass and you just need a controller, you can play anything anywhere. Does this make that more attractive? Because I think it does, and I think this is why the increase in price of Game Pass is still going to look like a deal when you have to compare the hardware. Like if you already got a TV, a smart TV, you can play Game Pass right now. All you need is a controller. I think this is going to make Game Pass in any other ecosystem like that, play anywhere type of thing setup even more attractive. I think that's going to be the true winners for the next couple of years, especially if RAM continues to jump overnight like it is. I think Xbox could be cooking, or Microsoft Studios, whatever they're called. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not think of that, and you make a very, very compelling point. Whether you're in it or not, now it looks like, hey, this is back to being the best deal in gaming.
Yeah.
Because if you're in the ecosystem, you have a console already, all right, you're safe.
Yeah.
You're fine. You have nothing to worry about as long as nothing happens to the system or you just don't get rid of it. But if you were one of those people and you haven't jumped the bandwagon yet, you're still on, the Xbox One and the PS4, all right, you've had many chances, to rectify that. It hasn't happened. So it's a little bit on you, but at the same time, as my co-host said, hey, you got a smart TV and a controller, that Game Pass app is everywhere. Also with a steady, you gotta have steady internet as well. But I can see that causing more attractive. And I do believe that is Microsoft's whole play. Is we ain't worry about the hardware.
They don't make money anyway.
Yeah,
just get the mofos under the umbrella. They don't care how you get under the umbrella.
Now, I will say this. Heed my warning. Game Pass, they will raise the price again. I'm gonna tell you right now. Their goal is to probably hit Game Pass at $50 a month. And as absurd and crazy as that sounds, mark my words, it went from
you won't fit it
17 to
you
20.
Want 600 a year?
Hey, right now it's $360 a year.
No pun intended.
In Microsoft eyes, the more they pump value into it, the more they feel like, hey, they should pay more. Like I said, that's just my speculation, but I'm telling you, it went from 17 to 20 to 30 very quickly. And you talking about a dude who had Game Pass since its inception. Shout out to Inception. That's a great movie, by the way. Yeah, I can see the prices of the RAM, even the SD cards.
Yeah.
Now the SD cards, as far as gaming goes, you only have to worry about that if you're a Nintendo Switch 2 owner. This would be a great time I'm gonna throw this out here. This would be a great time for you to focus on physical cartridges, physical games. Because if you're buying digital, it's gonna eat up that 256 gigabyte system. If you buy physical, hey, you ain't gotta worry about that. But unfortunately, it's very hit or miss on Switch 2 with full-fledged games on the cartridge. If it ain't the first party, you really, really don't know what you're getting into. To bring it all back home, everything's getting expensive. And this RAM shortage and this push for AI, everyone is hoping the AI bubble bursts. And it will. It will.
Yeah, I mean, some people are going to get left behind. And the leaders
the
is going to come out.
sad part is when the bubble bursts, the biggest players that's making all these moves, they're still going to be here because they'll be able to eat that loss. Microsoft, Apple, Google, OpenAI, they'll still be here. Maybe I don't know about OpenAI. I don't know what their finances is, but definitely Microsoft, Apple, and Google. That's all I got, because like I said, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That every time these companies are inconvenienced, the consumer will take care of that.
But listen, I just want to point this out as a business major. The consumer always gets the short end of the stick in all facets of, and it's not just gaming, it's just not entertainment, it's all facets of anything that is for sale. But this is some things I want to just leave you with, so you just think on your own as you're, playing your video games, watching your TV. RAM is in everything. So it's just not the gaming industry that's affected. Like even Apple is going to be affected. Like this affects a lot of things. So just don't think that us gamers are going to get fucked over and bent over. No, it's everybody. And if the manufacturers say that's the price, then that's the price. And listen, the companies ain't got no choice but to raise prices, because why? Shit rolls downhill, and unfortunately the consumer is at the bottom of that hill. But I also want to make a point, because I saw this in the tea leaves too. They ask, are devs just becoming lazy? Because because they say games are so unoptimized on purpose. Is
Yes.
more RAM a crutch instead of better optimization? Now, listen, that's up for the debate. I'm not here to argue that. And they also said these RAM price increases are going to split gaming, meaning high-end PC gamers versus everybody, which, listen, they already do that. And it also said to flashback, remember when 8 gigabytes was enough? It went from 8 to 16 to 32 being recommended. Now, listen, this is as much as you can get for an affordable price. And that's just the sad state that we're in. Listen, the manufacturer has everybody by the balls, and we'll just have to see if prices, I think prices are never going to come down. I think the people that's on Reddit saying, hey, just wait out, wait out, wait out, those are the same people when COVID hit and the prices went up of houses, and they was just like, wait it out, wait it out, wait it out. 5 years, house prices ain't came down yet. So listen, you do what's best for your pockets in the best interest of your pockets, but just take my warning. Listen, I don't think they're coming back down, and maybe they'll stabilize and stay where they at, but more than likely they gonna keep going up, and this does not look well for the next generation of consoles. Listen, I kept saying, I said them PS6s ain't gonna be under $700. This just proves my fact that what I said is true. But I said what I said.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?